welcome to episode 4 of Gentle Yoga. So for this practice, you'll need a mat and you'll need some water. And if you normally use a blanket or a belt or a block in your normal practice, feel free to have those things on standby. I don't generally use extra equipment, but if you're used to doing that and they make you feel more comfortable, then I'm fine with that. So let's start by sitting very, very tall, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Kind of pull your chin back just a little bit here. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed and just close your eyes for a moment. And then become aware of your breath. So let's start inhaling very, very slowly. And then exhale very slowly. And again, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful, open your eyes. Just holding on gently to the knees. Pretend you have a piece of chalk on the top of your head and now you're gonna draw circles on the ceiling, round and round as you're breathing deeply. Keep those shoulders loose. And make sure the circle is a big circle. The whole body is going around as you're breathing in and out. If you have a stuffy nose, it's all right to breathe through the mouth if that is better for you. And then when you feel ready to go the other way, let's do that next. So round you go, big breaths. Breathing deeply, draw on those circles. Body is relaxed, good. And come back to the center, beautiful. Let's, keeping the shoulders down, just look over the right shoulder and then take your eyes behind you, stretch out your eyes and breathe right there. And inhale to the center. And then exhale the other way. Just look behind you, shift those eyes around like you're trying to look at somebody sitting right behind you. Stretching out the eye muscles. Good. Back to the center. Inhale. This time on your exhale, just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Make sure you don't meet the ear with the shoulder. And then reach with the opposing arm. And breathe right there. Perfect. Inhale up. And then just take your ear down to the other side. Just drop it on down and reach. Big reach here. Breathe. Perfect. Come on up. And then drop your head down. Completely release the head forward until you feel the weight of the head actually pulling a bit on the back of the neck. So once you can get it that relaxed and that forward, then you're going to take your chin back and forth. I like to inhale to one side and exhale to another. Now you may hear or feel a little crunching in the neck. It's called crepitus. It's very common with folks over 60 to have a little bit of that, and sometimes folks under 60 have it as well. So don't worry about that. It's pretty normal, unless it's hurting. Now, if your neck hurts or if anything hurts during your yoga practice, you need to just stop doing it. Good. Come back to the center and raise. Good. Let's do some resistance here. So press backward with the hand and forward with the forehead. Don't hold your breath or grit your teeth. So if you think this isn't doing anything, reach down and just feel those tendons in the neck engaged here. So just strengthening the neck a bit. Make sure you're breathing deeply, deeply. Good. All right, then take it to the side. Either side is fine, and resist this way, pushing this way with the head and this way with the hand. And breathe deeply. Beautiful. Take it down. Other side. Press. Perfect. Let that go, and that should be good there. Taking down into the shoulders, let's inhale the shoulders up to the ears, and then just drop them with the exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now, let's pick up the right hand. Take it to the left knee. Take the left arm and just circle it all the way behind you and place it lightly on the ground. So just your fingertips are down, not your palm. I don't want you to lean back there. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here. And as you exhale, grab onto that knee and look all the way behind you. The focus here is actually twisting the thoracic spine, the middle spine, not the lower spine. So just concentrate on that area of the body as you breathe deeply. Beautiful. Take the back hand around. Grab the other knee. Take this arm, circle it all the way back. Onto the fingertips. Drop the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale and twist the other way. Again, drop those shoulders away, don't lean back, and breathe deeply. Perfect, come back to the front. So let's do a big inhale here, big upward stretch. Oh, let's widen those fingers, really reach. And then as you exhale, just come on down to the ground. Now the key here is to try to relax the body and just kind of be a limp rag doll here as you hang forward. Once you're there, relax everything and breathe deeply. To come up, always engage your belly. So hold in your belly tightly, walk the fingers in towards the body, and then stacking the vertebrae one at a time until the spine is all the way upright. Perfect. Okay, let's bend the right arm, take it across the body. Take your hand and grab the elbow. Now make sure it's dropped and not up here. Inhale. As you exhale, gently pull the arm across the body and then lay the ear down on the shoulder. Again, don't shrug the shoulder up. And here the emphasis is on the stretch in the side of the neck. And breathe right there. Perfect. All right, inhale up. Other arm goes down and across. And exhale, ear to shoulder. Stretch the side of the neck and breathe. Up you come. Inhale. Beautiful. Intertwine the fingers. Now really push out. So here you want to exhale, hold your belly in, push those arms out till you feel a really nice stretch in the upper back. Upper back is stretching here. Your next inhale will bring you up. And if you can, without pain, wiggle those arms back behind you onto this imaginary wall that I often refer to in the practice. Take the arms apart. Now notice my arms are very engaged and straight, and I'm not bending my elbow. So it's not this. What I'd like you to do is just raise the whole arm from the shoulder. Just reach and reach and reach. Good. Now again, if there's any pain, take it down a little bit. Don't raise the arm quite so much. Just trying to really feel that nice stretch. Great. Exhale down. Beautiful. Inhale up. This time as you exhale, we're going to twist to the side. Good. Inhale up. To the side, exhale. Inhale up. To the side. Inhale up. To the side. Last one to this side. Exhale down. Last one. Down you go. Perfect. Come back to the center. Let's grab some water after all that breathing. Good idea to have water available throughout your exercise program. Perfect. All right. Moving back into the shoulder area a bit, let's just roll those shoulders up. Roll them behind you. Physically touch the shoulder blades together in the back and then squeeze them down the back. So this is not a passive movement. It's very active. Inhale, roll, touch, squeeze, and move it down. One more. Here we go. Inhale up, roll them, touch them, squeeze them down the back. So the chest is very open. And then just go in big circles here. Just working on the shoulders. Again, shoulders are a very probable place for problems, so we don't want any kind of straining here. Just do what you can do. All right, so now we're going to add in the throat stretch. So here we go. Inhale up, circle around, touch in the back, squeeze it down the back, hands to the floor, lift the chest, drop the head back. Take the lower teeth over the top teeth and chew like a bulldog. Beautiful. Forward you go. And big hug here. Just stack those elbows, move them away from you. Exhale, hold in that belly, drop the head down. So now the backbones are wide across the back, and just breathe into that space between the backbones. Breathe. Perfect. And open up again. We're going to do that again and add a little bit more. So up you go. Inhale, around, touch them, squeeze them down the back, hands to the floor. This time, if you feel comfortable, if this does not hurt your wrists, you can then lift the body and drop the head back. If that's too much for your wrists, then just do the first one again. Breathing deeply, chew like a bulldog. And lower. Put the other arm on the top, the one that you don't usually put on the top. Take it out, hollow out, and drop your head. Breathe, breathe. Beautiful. All right, open up. Good, let's take that down. So let's do a quick one for the hands. Flip the right hand up to the sky and then relax the shoulder where there's nothing going on there. Take this hand. We're going to cross over, holding your thumb to where when you cross with this hand, your thumb's under here and you're covering the other thumb and the fingers. Make sure everything's relaxed and then just push everything down to the floor without pain and slightly push forward with the wrist. So we're undoing what we do all day with our hands, a lot of keyboarding, driving, sewing, whatever it is. Just keeping that hand flexible, the wrist flexible. Again, don't overdo it, especially if you have any arthritis in your hands. You want to be careful there. I have a bit in my left hand, so I'm a bit more careful on this side. Good. Let it come up and turn it over. And just take those fingers in and out a few times. Just really stretch them, big wide stretches, and shake the hands. And you can do this one several times during the day after you've been on the cell phone a long time or the keyboard. And then we're going to squeeze the fingertips and release. Squeeze a little bit higher, squeeze. Again, this is up to you how hard you squeeze. Just helping the circulation in the upper extremities rather. Squeeze around that elbow and then go right back down. Beautiful. Okay. Other side. Flip, relax, nothing here. Cover, thumb and fingers. Push forward lightly, and breathe. Good. Let it come up. Over you go. In and out. Shake it well. And then squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. All the way back down. Good, let that go. All right, beautiful, very nice. So let's take that right arm, just flip it up and then relax it down. Left arm up, relax it down. Place the right elbow on top of the left one. Bring your hands in, and then there's two things you can do. You can do just here, or if you can actually intertwine and touch the palm. So whichever one works. Then you kind of want to move your elbows away from your body as much as you can. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time hold it there and inhale only. Exhale forward. Now lay down and relax, relax. You're going to feel those backbones open up. Drop your head, relax, no tension in the neck, and breathe into the back, right between those backbones. Breathe deeply. Hold in your belly and slightly and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, come on up, nice and gentle. Good job. Let that go, shake it up. It's called eagle arms. So we're going to do it again with the other arm on the top. So this time, left arm up, right arm under, hands to the face, backs to the backs or palms to the palms. Move the elbows away from you. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale only. And then exhale, relax forward. Just lay on down, go as low as you can. Relax, relax. Open up the backbones. Breathe into the back. Hold in your belly. Stack the low back and the mid back and the upper back. Beautiful. All right, let that go. Kind of shake that out a little bit. Great job. All right, let's do some stuff for the sides of the body now. Right hand right beside you on the mat. Both hip bones are going to stay down, so don't come up like this. Keep them planted. So we're going to slide that right hand out as far as we go, and then this arm's going to come up behind you, so it's not here, but come up behind you like that wall's up there, and then reach. And as you're there, give me 3 low, deep breaths. Now, an alternate for this is to actually put your elbow down if you need a little bit more support there. So either one is fine. And breathe. Perfect. Inhale back up, slide back up, and then go to the other side. Exhale as you go, keeping your sits bones down, and breathe. Perfect, come on up. Nicely done. Intertwine the fingers, put them behind you. This time, squeeze those shoulder blades together again like we did before. It's really tight. Laying against the imaginary wall. Inhale here. Exhale and just slide down the wall again without lifting the hips off the floor. You don't have to touch your elbow. Just go as low as you can to where you feel a nice stretch, and then 3 deep breaths. Inhale up, slide, 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 slide. And exhale down, other way. Breathe. Beautiful, come on back. Perfect. All right, great job. So let's take the legs out in front and kind of wheel the legs out a bit. By the way, you don't have to sit cross-legged like I was. A lot of people think you have to be able to sit like that to take a yoga class. You can sit any way you want to, whatever's comfortable. So feel free to modify that. Take your hand, kind of pull up on your hip bones here to where you're very firmly rooted in the mat. This is a staff pose. So right now, just relax your shoulders and just take the energy through the roof of the top of the head towards the roof here. So really tall. Engage your feet, kind of push out with the heels, bring the toes back towards the body. You can widen your toes there a bit if you'd like. Good. Hands out front. We're going to inhale up. And then we're going to just kind of keep on going. And what we're doing here is engaging the core. Now, don't do that number. You have to relax your shoulders and let the mid-body take over here. Okay, you can even put your hands on the ground, but your feet need to stay down. And breathe here. Beautiful. Okay, come back up slowly. And then when you get to the top, start your exhale as you go down. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Don't grab onto your feet or anything. Just gingerly and slowly go forward, taking the forehead towards the knees without tensing the shoulders. You never want to bounce in this position because you can pull a hamstring. So this is a nice, slow, easy stretch. Sometimes as you exhale, you can go a little bit lower every time you exhale, but never to the point of overdoing. Good. And then come on up, nice and slow and easy. We'll bring the knees with us. So the knees will be bent. And we're not going to hold on. We're going to just pretend to hold on here. Kind of roll your shoulders back away from your body. And then inhale here. Not holding on here. We're just pretending to. We're going to go ahead and go down about halfway or so. And then when you feel comfortable, you can raise your feet up. If you don't want to raise your feet up, you don't have to. Or an alternate would be like 1 foot at a time. The legs can be straight or bent, but you can't be holding your breath. Gotcha, right? Okay, so breathe. Don't hold your breath, don't hold your breath. You never hold your breath in yoga. I don't think you hold your breath in any kind of workout. Good, legs down, final exhale, head to the knee. Beautiful, come on up. All right, let's bend the right leg up, and then we're gonna pick it up and cross it over, okay? Right hand's gonna go behind us, but we're not leaning. We're sitting straight up. This hand goes behind you. You're gonna take this arm, kind of wrap it around here. Sit tall, drop your shoulders. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly turn and look behind you at that hand, but remember, you're not leaning on it, okay? Breathe deeply. Beautiful. All right, back hand comes around, grabs that same knee. Circle this arm behind you, roll those shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. Look over the other shoulder. Now, again, your focus here is on twisting the upper body and not the lower body. So be sure that you're not leaning into the hand, and be sure that you're focusing on upper body movement. Okay, good. All right, back to the center. Take that foot out, uncross it, straighten it out, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So bend left leg down, over, sit up tall, don't scooch back. Circle left arm behind you, grab that knee, sit tall, inhale. Exhale, look all the way behind you, and breathe. Again, not leaning. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. That hand comes to the front, grab the knee, circle the other arm back, and look behind you this way. Breathe. Drop those shoulders. Perfect. Back to the center. We'll take that leg out, And then this one, we're going to pull that right foot underneath us, okay? So the right foot's gonna point behind us, the right knee's gonna be down. We're gonna bend the left knee. This is different for everybody. You're not gonna look like me, so don't worry about it. Everybody looks different on this one. So again, sit on the top of the sits bones, don't lean back. You're gonna take this foot, and the first part is just to move it to the other side of that knee, okay? For some of you, that might be the end of this particular pose for you. If you can do more, then the next step would be to walk the foot up towards the body as much as possible. That will enable you to better stack your knees on top of each other, okay? So if you can't get them all the way down, no worries. Sit very tall, relax your shoulders, inhale. Exhale and relax. Again, you have to get that ragdoll feeling here. Hopefully, you can feel a stretch in the outside of the hip that's on the top there. And breathe. Hold in your belly and come up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Perfect. Take that leg out. Then we're going to take those legs out, kind of shake them, shake them, shake them. We're going to grab the left foot now, bring it under us, lay it down. The knee is this way, the foot is that way, sitting on the top of the sits bones. Bending this knee, and if you can, walk it over. That might be it. If you can do more, walk it up. That might be it. If you can stack your knees, do so. Sitting tall, relaxing, inhale. Exhale forward. All the way down. Oh yeah, okay, I feel it. So now hopefully the top of the hip on the outside there is stretching. Breathe, breathe. Beautiful, hold in your belly. Come on up one vertebrae at a time. Good, all right, let's take that out and that out. And you might need to grab a blanket or a really thin pillow if you've got really bony knees, because we're going to stand on our knees. So standing on the knees all the way up, I'm going to work a little bit on side body and balance at the same time. So standing up here, without falling down, if you can manage it, extend your right leg out to the side. Okay, so don't be here, have that back on the wall. So the leg is here, the shoulders are back on the wall. This hand is right here on top of this knee. And you're going to be watching this other hand come up behind you on the wall and then exhaling it over, not here, but behind you, okay? Going for a really nice side body stretch there, okay? And breathe deeply. You can either look up, or if that bothers your neck, it's okay to look down, but generally you look up. And breathe. Good, slowly let that arm slide back down the wall. Once it's all the way down, then gingerly and slowly put that knee back down, trying not to fall. If you fall, it's okay, get back up. Okay, other leg out, slide it out, make sure you're square to the wall behind you. This hand is here, this hand goes up the wall, inhale, 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 and then exhale it over here. Okay, good rule of thumb is you shouldn't really be able to see your arm if you look up. It should be that far back. Okay. Breathe. Good, and let's let that go down. Lovely. Okay, that knee comes back. We'll do a couple of more on the knees and then we're gonna move on. So, next one, upward serpent. Hands out front, like you're gonna jump into a pool. Inhale, up, up, up. Keep going, go through the wall behind you. Oh, and exhale, and then give me 3 deep breaths right here. So you should feel a nice stretch all the way down the front of the body, under the arms. Breathe, breathe. Beautiful, let those arms drop. Last one on the knees, make fists. Just take them around to your sacroiliac joints, right there. We're gonna press in with the hands. We're gonna inhale first, Exhale, press, lift the chest, drop the head back. And you can either stay there, or if you have an advanced practice that would allow you to drop back and grab your ankles, you may do that, but don't try it for the first time today. And breathe. Good, come on up. And relax. So those back bend motions are very good energy builders. So if you have kind of a slump in the afternoon, if you can do one of those, you'll feel better. All right, hands and knees, tabletop position, flat back to start with, neutral spine. Inhale, drop the belly. You kind of look up there, the heart goes forward, good. And then exhale, hold the belly button into the spine and push down and arch your back. Okay, that's the cat pose. Inhale into cow pose again. Big belly. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Good. Go back to your flat back. All right, lift up your right arm and take a look at it up here. There it is. As you exhale, just thread it all the way through. We're going to reach and we're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And then inhale it back up. Exhale it through and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale again. Now this one's different. Watch. We're going to exhale. As we exhale, we're going to take that elbow down of that supporting arm. We're going to lay the head and the shoulder down on the floor and really reach through. So we're trying to really stretch the shoulder here. Okay, breathe. Beautiful. Come on up. Back to your tabletop. We're going to do that whole series on the other side. So inhale, other arm up, big inhale. Exhale and thread through pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale up. Exhale, thread through and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, here we go. Inhale. Exhale, thread through, and all the way down you go. Really reach through, stretch out that shoulder, and breathe. So heads down, shoulders down, and breathe. Beautiful, come on up. Okay, so let's go down to our forearms. So elbows down. Intertwine the fingers, walk the knees together. Now, the most important thing here is this is not a headstand, so your head has to be off the ground. So whatever you need to do to make that happen, you're looking back at your knees, okay? Head's off of the ground, tuck your toes under, and then as you come up, straighten your legs, and you're still looking back towards your feet. This is the dolphin pose. It is an inversion, which means your hips are higher than your heart. It's a really good alternate. If downward dog bothers your wrists or hands, you can get all of the benefits of downward dog with this particular movement. Okay, breathe. Slowly come back down to the knees, come back to the tabletop, and at this point you can either just stand up however you'd like to stand up if you're not a fan of downward dog, or if you like downward dog, tuck your toes under, lift up, push back. Weight is about a 50-50 distribution. We'll walk the dog a little bit, which just means to put the heels down alternatively. Good. Beautiful. Let's bend the right knee into the nose and then take it out and stretch. Bend it in, out for 2. Bend it in, out for 3. Bend it in, out for 4. Bend it in, out for 5. Beautiful. Take it on down. Walk the dog again. Beautiful. Make sure you're breathing, not holding your breath. Bend the left knee in and then out for 1. In and point that toe for 2. In, point that toe for 3, in, point that toe for 4, and in, point that toe for 5. Beautiful. Put that foot down. Look between your hands. Walk your feet up there, or you can jump them up there if that's what you're used to. Hold in your belly and slowly come to a standing position. You always want to do that slowly in case you get a little bit dizzy at the top. Let's grab some water. Kind of keep your head up, keep your heart over. There you go. And grab some water. All right, beautiful. So let's do Warrior 2. So in Warrior 2, you take a nice wide stance. Make sure your feet are the same distance forward and back. And then you're going to take your left foot and pivot it out 90 degrees, okay? All right. Bend the knee, and when you bend that knee, make sure you can still see your toes, and then put your torso back on the wall, okay? Lift, but don't crunch, just lift. And then you're going to look over that front hand that's over the bent knee. And just try to stretch out, okay? So it's not a lot of leaning. The torso is basically upright. You just want to have a lot of length between each arm and fingertips. Good. Breathe, breathe. To make this a reverse warrior, you then take the back hand, the one you're not looking at, slide it down the bottom of the back of the bottom there, and just lift the front hand and kind of look up that way. Again, keep your shoulders basically on the wall behind you. Reverse warrior. Pretty. Okay, come on up. Get back in your original position. Just check everything. Is your knee still over your toes? Are your feet still in the same position? Good. Then you're going to take the front arm and just bend it and put it down right here on the top of your thigh. This hand then sweeps down in front of you towards the floor. Now you're off the wall, but then you're going to come right back to the wall, okay? Or you're right back there. And you're looking up there at the upper hand here. Breathe. And then return to your Warrior 2. Good. Lower your arms and step together. Perfect. Okay? So we have to do all that to the other side. So kind of just shake things out. Nice wide stance. Check that your feet are the same distance forward and back. Legs are straight to start out with. Pivot the other foot out. Bend that knee. Okay? Now, I have a tendency to drop this knee in, so I'm going to be really focusing on having my knee right over my foot. Shoulders go on the wall and lift. Extend. Get length. Breathe. If you wish, you can kind of grip the mat with your toes if you need a little extra balance. Good. Reverse warrior, you slide down the back here, lifting this arm. Beautiful. Breathe. Go back to your original position. Kind of check everything. Okay, good. Bending this front arm, putting it down here, and then off the wall, boom, onto the floor, all the way back to the wall, and look at the top hand. That's now your focal point. Breathe. And once again, return to your Warrior 2, the original position. Check everything. Lower your arms and step together. Good job. All right, Warrior 2 with a couple of variations there. Kind of shake that out. Beautiful. So let's work on the quads now. So take your feet about hip bone width apart. So not too wide and not too narrow. Right there. So you're going to sit down in a chair. Now, if you have bad knees, I'm going to give you an alternative place to put your hands. But if you don't have bad knees, it's going to look like this. You're going to sit down in this chair. You're going to take your weight to your heels. And then you're going to go as low as you can, okay? And take your arms up here. Now, if you have really bad knees, you might want to hold on a little bit right here to take the pressure, or just skip this thing altogether. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be in chair, and then we're going to switch. and look through our knees and bring our arms up behind us into bear. So bear looks like this. You go down, you sweep the floor, your booty stays still and low, and then the arms come up behind you. Now you're looking between your knees. But basically, the weight distribution didn't change, okay? Now you're not looking at the floor, you're looking between the knees. Good. Then without moving the torso, again, you just sweep back up, and you can either do here or here. Breathe. Back into bear, sweep the floor, take the arms behind you, looking between the knees, breathe. Sweeping the arms to the floor, bottom is not moving, reach, breathe. Sweeping the floor again, take the arms behind you, breathe. Beautiful, hold in your belly and slowly come to a standing position, one vertebrae at a time. Good job. All right, let's kind of shake that out a little bit. We'll go to the floor, do a little stretching. Be sure you practice your balance at home. We won't do it on the tape, but be sure to practice standing on one foot and the other foot for a minute every day. Let's go down on our backs. Knees are bent. Walk the knees together and the ankles together to where they're touching, and then sweep the arms out in a T position. Okay, so now you have to pretend that you've got Velcro on your shoulders and they're not gonna move. So shoulders stay still. You're gonna lift the legs up like you're sitting in a chair in the air, okay? Beautiful, inhale. On your exhale, just roll to one side, just nice and slow and easy. Control, don't drop, control it. Shoulders are down. And then turn your head and look away from where your knees are facing. Breathe. On your next inhalation, inhale the knees up, so you're back on your back. And your next exhalation will take you down the other way. Keep those shoulders down. Look away from where your knees are pointing. Breathe. Beautiful, come on up. Feet to the floor. Right ankle on the left knee. Lift up the left foot, hold on underneath that thigh, and really pull that in, okay? As tight as you can, really stretching the hips. While we're here, let's do some toes. Widen your toes and squeeze them. Widen, squeeze. Widen, squeeze. Point your toes and your heels. Toes, heels, toes, heels, and circle those ankles round and round. And circle them back. Beautiful. Put that foot down, uncross, and then we'll do the other side. So ankle, other ankle to the other knee, lift, hold on underneath the thigh, exhale, pull them in tight, 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 as tight as you can. Widen your toes and squeeze. Widen and squeeze. Widen and squeeze. Point your toes and your heels. Toes and heels, toes and heels, and circle the ankles round and round. Circle them back. Beautiful, take that down, uncross, and then just as a final way to kind of massage your back a little bit, just lift the legs up, hang on to the big toes or the ankles, whatever you can grab, open up the legs, and then just roll around on your back. Happy baby. This is our final stretch massage for the day. Beautiful. And then remember, to complete your yoga practice, you always need to take a moment of rest. So get in a comfortable position, whatever that is for you. You can sit up, lay down on your back, your belly, your side. Close your eyes. And a good way to do it is just to think of a very pleasant picture, okay? Or focus on something that always makes you smile, okay? So as you're getting into your final resting position, just close your eyes, slow your breathing, and focus on something in your mind that always makes you smile. And feel free to stay in that position for as long as you need. Once again, I thank you for being with me for Gentle Yoga. Namaste.